Welcome to the ninth lecture of railway engineering. We saw about the various components of a permanent way in very deep. How they work, what is their workings, right? What type of they should be, what are the various types of those components. Also, we saw. Today we are going to see about rail joints. As I said in the previous class, we will be studying about the joints because these are the weakest points or the weak points of your rails, right? So we are going to study about rail joints. Rail joints are necessary to hold together and adjoining ends of the rails in correct positions, both in vertical as well as horizontal plane. These joints are being connected how? With the help of the fish plates, right? Types of rail joints depending upon the positioning of the joints and the railway joints are classified. Square joints, the next is staggered joints according to the positioning of sleepers. See, there are two ways. When you position the rails, on that it depends. Otherwise, it depends upon the positioning of sleepers. There are three types: suspended joints, supported joints, and bridge joint. It doesn't need to go in deep, but just name them and draw it. Drawing is very much important, right? This is your supported. Can you see this part is first part where according to the rail we are going to arrange. This is according to the second one is according to sleepers, and this is rail, right? Don't forget. First we'll see the rail where the joints, can you see these joints? These joints are exactly opposite to each other on the both the sides, right? Here you can see right, the joints are exactly opposite to each other, so that type of joints are called as square joints. It is called as square joints whenever the joints are exactly opposite to each other, right, on the both the adjacent rails, then it is called as square joints. Can you see this second type of the depending upon the rails? Can you see that the rails are in a zigzag fashion like this, right? You cannot say it is in zigzag fashion here, but when the rails on the both the sides are not in exactly opposite to each other, they are in the zigzag pattern or staggered movement, and it is called as staggered joint, right? It is not opposite to each other. In that case, it is called as right. Next is the supported joint rail, right? Whenever sleepers, whenever there is a gap at the joint, it is not necessary that wherever the joint comes there is a sleeper, right? In this case you can see below, right? You can see at the joint, right, there is no sleepers below, there is no sleeper, so that type of joint is called as suspended joint. It is called as suspended joint because it is suspending, right? Whenever there is a sleeper at the joint, right, whenever there is a sleeper at the joint, it is called as supported joint. Next is bridge joint. Whenever the length between the two sleepers is more and we can't provide a sleeper there, so that what we do, we provide a metal plate which will be resting on the sleepers, so that will hold the two rail joints, and the rail joint will be below the metal plate. so it acts as a bridge, right? Can you see this? So below the joint there is a metal plate, right? So it is called as bridge joint. Next is bridge joint with a curve plate. We have what is same thing, but we are going to provide a curved plate to hold in position, right? At the joint we are going to provide a support that is of curved plate. It also acts like a curved bridge like structure is formed, so it is called as curved bridge joint of the plate. So these are the types of the rail joints, right? Just understand the drawing, and in the exam if they ask to explain the types of joints, then what you have to do, you have to just list them and draw the diagrams. That is enough.